Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, New York. That's been stuck in my head all day.
Okay, Tanner is coming for your job. I have to tell you that before we get started with anything
Oh my
else.
gosh. Why? Okay.
He loaded up a truck this evening.
Not my only job on the farm. I thought you meant he was trying to do like events planning. And I was like, all right, take my job.
No. As I had been telling you throughout the day, the lines have just been horrible. And I got home and it was like, I do not want to load this myself. So I asked him to help me and he did a fantastic job.
Was he
Now,
driving or
I
was
normally
he
have
doing the signs?
No, he was doing the motions. He had creative motions. They were interesting motions. They were good. Yeah, because I just figured like in the dark, I didn't want to like explain to him how like the truck works, how the lights work
Yeah.
and stuff. So I just figured it'd be easier to have him be the person pulling forward. But also like I try to be careful and when I ask him to do work, making it enjoyable so that he'll want to do it again in the future.
Yeah.
And it was dark and cold out and windy in a not good direction. So I don't know. I don't think I was very strategic in asking for that ask at that time.
It is. I mean, that's a scary job. I've never done that side of it, but pulling a semi forward is probably one of the top 3 scariest things I've ever done in my life.
But you do it so flawlessly.
Oh my goodness. I never know if you're being serious.
I'm sure if you did it more than once a year, it would not be intimidating.
I never
at
know
all.
if you're being serious or you want me to just like keep helping you, you know?
Yes. Hey, I'll take free help anytime.
So I have to talk to you about something. Once
Okay.
again, God has given his toughest soldier, me, the hardest battle, and that is having a cold sore. Like, I woke up yesterday with a cold sore and my entire day was ruined.
Oh, you do get the worst cold
They
sores.
swell and it's like so much pain, and then I just like know I have a growth on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really throwing me for a loop right now.
It is one of those things that it's like they're horrible, and then also I'm a picker, so it's like once I get one, I make it 100 times worse.
100%, because it
myself.
literally looks like a pimple. It looks like you can squeeze it, and you absolutely cannot do that. But I think you can take a medication. And so because I'm just so for certain that I'm going to have one like at your wedding, I might like take some medication like to prevent them. And they're brought on because of like me being sick, and I'm still sick. I have the common cold after having pneumonia. So,
Of course. Well, to be fair, your immune system is probably shot at this point.
I'm going to sue AG1. Okay? AG1 is supposed to improve my life, and I get ads for them every single day. And the only thing that has happened to me on my 1 month of having AG1 is having pneumonia, the common cold, and a cold sore.
That's crazy, because actually someone I know they're working out a brand deal with AG1, and they were like, hey, like I want to get some other outsider information before like signing with a supplement brand, because you never know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I think it's great. But I might have to retract that.
I mean, like, I
statement
still
then.
think it's great. I think it's funny that their ads are like, and the best part is the taste. And I'm always like, okay, you're a liar, because the taste is not that good. But I still do it every day because I feel like I'm getting vitamins I'm not getting otherwise. But it has not helped my immune health.
Yeah, I know. And I'm a little scared because tomorrow I start mini cheer at the school, and I was the sickest I ever was after it last year.
It's a petri
because,
dish of germs.
It's 131 little children that I'm sure they will all have runny noses. And I'm planning on just like washing my hands so much, just because I have a busy week and I cannot be sick.
Mini cheer, that brings back a lot of good memories. I always force Kimber to do mini cheer with me.
I know. I think I was the friend that was like, I guess since my friends are doing it, I'll do it. Whereas like secretly I wanted to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I felt like I just really didn't have an option. And so I was like, well, we're doing it. And then I was like, if I'm doing it, you're doing it.
Yeah. I only did volleyball camp like one time. And that was the only other time I did like a mini thing.
I did volleyball camp and I got most improved.
Ooh.
I know. Did you see my lights flicker?
No, I
Not
didn't.
a bad omen. Anyways, housekeeping, health updates. How are you? How's your health? How's Dad's health? How's his eyes?
I'm good. If I seem awkward, you're like cutting in and out a little bit. That's just like the T on rural Wi-Fi, which like, oh my gosh, I have Wi-Fi stories.
How exciting.
But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to the doctor for my follow-up for my Adderall journey. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, besides that, I'm in decent health. Dad seems good.
Amazing.
He was riding in the we're continuing working on our ditching project, and he like rode around in the ditcher thing this afternoon. So
Ditches. You know, honestly, I had a call with Mom the other day, and she said that she really thinks his physical therapy is helping him and he's walking better.
Yeah. We took a little tumble yesterday, but it was more frustration than it was injury.
Well, I'm excited. So you see him every single day. So I'm excited to come home in March and see if there's been improvement since December.
Yeah. Yeah. You're probably a good marker.
Yeah.
Just since I would see it day to
He
day
sent
or
me
whatever.
a cute text the other day of his socks. Whenever he wears colored socks now, he sends me a picture, which is just like so pure. Look, he was wearing yellow ones. And then I sent him our sister friend episode. That's the extent of our conversation.
Nice.
Because he doesn't, which I don't blame him, know how to navigate YouTube, which I don't know how to navigate YouTube. So I just send him the link every Sunday.
That's fair.
Oh, sister friend.
The other day, here, wait, one more thing. At cheer practice, we were like trying to YouTube some cheer music, and the other coach pulled up her YouTube, and she's like, "Oh look, sister friends." I was like, "Oh wow, we've made it. We've made it. If our cousin's willing to."
Oh my
listen
God,
to
that's
us.
our cousin. At first, I was like, "Who's your cheerleading coach?" Yes, our cousin. And we had that one comment on our Instagram about how she listens to it and it's her favorite part of her Sunday. I mean, my day's made. I need one fan, and if you're willing to listen, I'll do this for the rest of my life.
100%. We should just invite her on, and they can be.
No, I know.
She's a dairy farmer. She leads a very interesting life, and she has donuts every Friday, and I can get behind that.
I have donuts every single day. I've been buying every week the bag of white powdered sugar donuts. I guess it's just powdered sugar donuts. And I eat 4 every single morning. It's so good. And I don't know if you saw on the sister friend Graham today, they haven't been having chocolate milk at work, which is usually my little treat. So I had to get an orange juice today, which was...
Ooh, yeah, I saw that. Which an orange juice is so much different than
I
milk.
know. And I got it because I'm under the weather and I'm traveling this week. And so I'm trying to heal myself. But let me tell you,
tell me about your travel plans.
Hitting like a chocolate milk would.
No.
So I leave Wednesday at 6:00 in the morning, and I take the train from New York to DC. And very exciting, the Cleveland Cavaliers play the Washington Wizards Wednesday night, and I'm going to the game so I can see my man Donovan Mitchell. And then I actually took Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, which I never take work off. Like, normally when I take these trips, I bring my computer and I work from home. And every time I do that, I'm always like, this isn't worth it. Like, this isn't my best work. And, like, I have so much PTO, I should just use it. And so that's why I decided to do, which I'm kind of sad because I am missing, like, 2 exciting meetings that I wish I could be a part of. But it's fine. 2024 is about, like...
meetings.
not caring that much about work. I mean, finding the correct amount of balance between caring and also enjoying my life. So
No, I think that's
and then
good.
I didn't realize I
think
come
that's
back
good.
on Super Bowl Sunday and I'm get on the train at 4, which is like right in the middle of the Super Bowl. So I'm missing all the Super Bowl parties, but that's okay. At least I'll have content for when I'm on the train.
I'm just happy that the Super Bowl's on Sunday because there's a show, Tanner, I've been watching, True Detective, and because of the Super Bowl, they're going to release next week's episode on Friday.
Ooh.
So I got to have it early.
You know,
so thank you,
is
Super
that
Bowl.
scary? I saw your story and you said you screamed.
Yes, I screamed at least twice. I jumped a lot. It's like a True Detective show. It's a detective show. And it's not like horror,
Okay.
but this episode felt like horror.
Ooh, spooky, scary skeletons.
I was absolutely shooketh, and then I did not fall asleep until 2
Okay,
a.m.
did you ever see that movie? It was a scary movie, and the guy, there's these two kids. This is how terrible I am at telling recaps. These two kids, they break into homes to burglarize, and they do it to this one guy, and they go down in his basement. It turns out he's keeping a woman down there.
You know what's crazy is I have not seen this movie, but I think you have explained to me this movie before.
This movie has
Keep
stuck
going.
with me for my whole life. There's like this really traumatizing scene where it involves a turkey baster. And anyways, I started this book today called And There He Kept Her. And it's giving like very similar energy. But that's my book story. But I need to figure out who I went to go see that movie with, because I mean, I'm sure I have shared trauma with somebody. That was like the scariest movie I'd ever seen. I feel like it was like, be quiet, don't talk or something is the name of it. But
Okay, you cut out there for the last two sentences, but that's
I
totally
know,
fine.
I can tell when I'm cutting out because you're just staring blankly at me. And I'm like, I'll just talk to myself. That's fine. Okay, so I want to hear about Ethel's nail trimming and how Ethel's a good girl.
Oh my goodness, the audacity of this dog. Just like
Background, how old is Ethel? Tell us the story of Ethel.
Ethel is 8 or 9. I got her after I was cut from the cheerleading program at Ohio State. I was like, I need someone who will love me endlessly. I was sitting at the bar / great brunch location, Ethel and Tank, and I was looking at this litter of puppies that were like up for adoption, and it was like the Gilmore Golden Girls, and one of their names is Ethel. And so I was like sitting in Ethel and Tank looking at this dog named Ethel. So I was like, obviously it's meant to be. And then I was like, hey everyone, I'm getting a dog. But I had to convince mom and dad to let me because I was like under the age of like being allowed to have a dog.
And it was like kind of an intense application.
It was a very intense application. There were multiple people that were interested. I won because the lady said I was persistent because I kept badgering her about it. And I specifically wanted Ethel. Like, screw her siblings. I wanted Ethel. And she liked that I wanted a specific one because there's other people that were like, I don't know, let me check them out. And I was like, this is the one I want. So yeah, we got her.
Do you remember holding me hostage in the car? So mom was like, it's a lot of responsibility. I think you should ask your dad. And then you call dad and you're like, I'm going to hold Kinsey hostage. Can I have Ethel? And he was like, of course you can have Ethel. You're an adult woman. You can do what you want.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, and like a person had to come like check out the house and stuff to make sure she had like appropriate. It was like, it's just crazy that like you have to do all this intense stuff to like get a dog, and then like for cats, it's like they just show up.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Where they're like, oh, just take it. It's
like
fine.
That was a more intense interview process than my current job. And like for Martini, they're like, take her. So just take her, get her out of here.
I know. I think Edison might have been like on sale or something.
Oh my gosh. So you were 21 when you got Ethel, right?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I might have been less than 21. I might have been 20. I think I was probably 20.
See, that's young. In retrospect, I'm like, that is young to have a dog.
It is. But like, I think the reason mom and dad were like fine with me getting her was like, okay, if for some reason they found out I was incapable of taking care of a dog, they would have taken her from me.
Well, and also,
you know?
you've always just been a responsible person that wouldn't do something crazy like that.
I have always been. Really
You're not like someone that's like, I'm going to
like,
take this on this huge responsibility and not, see it through.
Yeah. Now, like, the one thing about like having a dog in a college setting is like, I would walk her and there'd be like passed out people on lawns and there'd be like broken glass. So I'd have to be like very cognizant walking her to make sure that she didn't accidentally like pick up trash, lick a passed out person, like hurt her paw. So like that was a little whack. But honestly, she was like the perfect excuse for like anytime I was out and I was like, oh, I have to go home. I have a dog.
Oh my gosh. Eddie and I use Rumi all the time as an excuse to leave. We're like, we have to let the dog out. Sorry.
Yeah, you just have to. But anyway, so yeah, that's my dog. And obviously she lives here at the farm. And like for a while I could trim her nails myself if I like had another person distracting her, if we gave her lots of treats. But it was always like an ordeal. And so her nails, honestly, they were a little out of control. I should have taken her in weeks ago. I did feel bad. And also I was like apologizing to the staff. And I was like, I'm sorry. I let this go too long. Mm-hmm. And so then they put her up on the table and they're like, can we just like do it here? Or do we need to put her in like a harness? And I was like, I don't know. Just because like, I think normally they just like take her back and I'm not.
And you don't see what's happening.
Part of the situation. Yeah. But they took her back and they just like, they put her on like a little table that like raised up to like a comfortable height for people. What I was like, what if she leaps off this thing? But no, that dog just stood there and just got her nails trimmed as if she was getting a belly rubbed. Like,
that's so wild.
I assumed that she would be a wild horse and be running rampant, but no, she, like, and of course then I was like, oh, could I have saved like $20 and done this at home and not like wasted a trip into town? But like, I know she would not have acted that way for me
absolutely
alone.
not. Teeny, when I took her to the vet to just like her yearly checkup, which is like crazy. I did not need to do that. I spent $80 for fun. Just loafed the whole time perfectly on the table. And they're like, this is the best cat. And I was like, I mean, she is the best cat, but she doesn't perform like that when I have her. But good for Ethel. Now she has short little nails.
Yeah. Now Edison, on the other hand, I took him to the vet actually last week too, and he was fine on this trip. But there was one trip, it was like right after he had lost his vision, that they were trying to get like a blood sample, and like at one point they were like, we can't pick him up, we need you to go get him, like, because he like sprung out of someone's hands and they were like afraid to like grab him. And so then I had to like, he was a bad little boy, but he's redeemed himself since then. And honestly, like, okay, you're a blind cat, you're ill, you don't know where you are.
You gotta just like let him have it.
I think that's
fine.
I think it's valid.
Little Fred can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I just had Thai and I felt the Thai in my stomach for a second.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm gonna have a lasagna.
Ooh, I thought about making a lasagna. I got a new pan that would be perfect for lasagna, but because it's just little old me, I either have to commit to lasagna and then eat it like 3 meals a day for like 5 days in a row, or waste food, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do either one of those. So
yeah. And to be transparent, we did not make a lasagna. This was like a bring home and cook in the oven lasagna from Aldi, which like we've just been loving Aldi recently.
I don't have
it's like
an
fun.
Aldi.
Yeah, it's like it's been here for years and we just started going, and it's like you never know what you're gonna get. So like obviously a person that's like shopping that like has a list, like they're probably not gonna enjoy it very much. But like as me being a person that like goes to the grocery store and I have no ideas, things just like pop out at you. So
amazing. Yeah, I do a weird mix of grocery delivery, Trader Joe's, the random grocery store that's like a block away. But no Aldi. We don't have an Aldi here. Okay, I'm supposed to give the Taylor Swift updates, but you said Taylor Twist updates.
Oh.
Do you need me to tell you
Yeah,
about what happened last night?
I throughout the day figured
Okay.
it out. I saw your stories yesterday night, and I saw just like the 1, 2, 3, let's go, and something else, and I was just like, I don't know what this means. Is because I didn't know if you were just going to another Taylor Swift movie or something, and then I started to see everyone I've ever met in my life posting the album cover.
So I was bamboozled with the rest of Swift Nation. Taylor had changed her profile picture to like black and white, and so did a bunch of the people in the Taylor Swift universe. And there was a lot of hints to Reputation, Taylor's version, being released. We're down to 2 albums for the re-recordings, and so it's either going to be Debut or Reputation. And I really thought we were going to get Reputation re-recording date, which is why I had posted 2 pictures alluding to that. But we got something arguably better. She won 2 Grammys last night, her 13th and 14th Grammy. After her 13th Grammy win, which was for Pop Song of the Year, Pop Vocal Artist or something, she announced the Tortured Poets Department, which is the name of her newest album, and then she won Record of the Year.
I wonder what her game plan would have
crazy.
been, because I at one point watched that acceptance speech where she said that. I wonder what she would have done had she like not won the awards. Now, obviously, she's Miss Taylor
I thought
Swift.
that she might not win. It was a very competitive year at the Grammys. SZA, Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, Lana Del Rey, just like a powerhouse of women in every major category. So I think that was a really a very real concern for her. I don't know if she would have just dropped it like at midnight, or I don't know, but it was a nice little surprise. I already pre-ordered the vinyl. I did that immediately. Also, during the day yesterday, there was an air message, 123 air message on her website. So just like things that look like they were pointing towards Reputation. But
what's an air message?
Like when you try to go to the webpage, like an error message will pop up.
Oh, error.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like AIR.
Oh, no. Error message. So yeah, thanks for just alluding. It was a very exciting time to be a Swiftie. And yeah, she now holds the record for 4 times album of the year, which is exciting. And also, I thought Jay-Z's speech was very interesting.
I heard people talking about Jay-Z's speech, but I didn't actually hear it. What was it about?
Basically, he was defending his wife. Beyonce has the most Grammys of any artist, but she's never won Record of the Year. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. And like, honestly, it doesn't make sense. When she was snubbed for Lemonade, that was the year Adele won. And so basically he was like, Grammys don't matter. And also Miley Cyrus was like, Grammys don't matter. Because it's just like a select.
She only got her first one.
Yeah, so she won 2 last night, but yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot. I mean, I don't know that much about the Grammys, but I guess only like a small number of people vote. And so they just can be biased, is the read I've gotten from everybody.
Yeah. Well, and what they should do is like an every 10-year award show, because like, okay, what if 2 people put out Fire Flames albums and it just happens to be on the same year, and then you have a slow year where like
sister friend, that happens a lot.
Yeah. Hey,
we'll
start.
Well, not last year, because last year it was Harry Styles, but there's been a couple years where like the top categories are people I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they needed every once a century round.
We had a fun little Grammys watch party. It was delightful.
Oh, nice.
Although I had to stay up till 11:30, which was like just simply too late for me. Book corner. I already gave my update. I started that book. What do you have to say about Finley Donovan?
Oh, that we so someone that I know works with someone that knows her. And so I gave the books to Ellen, and Ellen was like reading her books and like had just like casually said to this person she works with, like, oh yeah, I'm reading this book, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, I'm friends with her. Which it's just
That
wild.
is really
Just
crazy.
wild.
I'm looking right now.
The world's so small.
On Amazon when it comes out. Because we need to let the people know. Also, Kimber just messaged me. Did you send out your save the dates? You misspelled
Yes.
her last name, which
No.
it's just Sand. There's no S. Sands.
No.
But I, like, our whole childhood wrote Sands. And so she just texted me and said, you guys really are related. Okay, sorry. Book 4 for Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice comes out March 5th.
I even have her contact number in my phone as Sands with an S. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Anyways, it comes out in March. Also,
Okay,
Kimber,
we'll need
sorry
to
for
pre-order
blasting
that.
with your first and last name.
Oh,
For all
sorry. You
for
might
all
wanna
40
bleep
people
that
that that listen. I'm not bleeping that out.
Yeah, wow. I'm gonna
This
have
was
to
a
update
shout
that.
out to
I knew
Kimber.
that I knew there was going to be a typo somewhere. I just knew there had to be, just given my track record.
Yeah, she said twins, you and I. That's exciting. Do I have a save the date? It's not my.
I don't know. Have you checked your
It's not in my mailbox
recently?
today.
I did the thing where I just went ahead and saved a stamp and just hand delivered my parents, because it's like, you spend hundreds of thousands. Okay, not hundreds of thousands. You spend thousands and thousands of dollars on wedding things, and it's like, oh, but I can save maybe 50 cents here.
Interesting.
So they're the only people that aren't getting them in the mail.
So for your bridal shower invitations, I'm using up the stamps I have because I hate getting new stamps, and they're going to be getting American flag bad boys.
Perfect.
Most people do like flowers, No, you're going to be
Yeah,
getting
we
a good
happen to-
old-fashioned American stamp.
Yeah. Well, now the new ones say freedom, which just feels more political somehow.
Ugh, that's crazy that the word freedom is politicized.
I know it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but it feels.
I'm going to see what my stamps say.
I don't know.
I have them under my computer. Oh no, mine just say forever. I mean,
Are those just real stamps? Oh yeah.
how do
Okay.
you know they real
just look
stamps?
weird. I don't know. I would just get them in the rolls.
Oh, here in New York, you have to buy them by the sheets.
Oh well, I would be going through sheets and sheets. I do a lot of the mail. Did you see my little video about my check getting cut in half in the mail?
No.
Oh, so you don't watch my posts?
When
No,
they
honestly,
come
it was-
up on
it
my
was a
For You
trash one.
page, most of the time I
No, you
scroll.
shouldn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, you shouldn't.
I did watch. I had the one that made me laugh today was you were like, I'm going to tell you how I'm deciding to market my corn. And then you just like get ready. That was good. That was funny.
Yeah.
She's a comedian.
But no, the other day, our accountant's office called and they're like, hey, Zoe needs to write another check. It's not all here. I was like, oh, did I write it for the wrong amount? And they're like, no, it's not all here. The envelope and the check were just sliced in half. So like in the mail, it goes through like a sorter. And so sometimes if things just don't go right, the sorter just slices them. So they delivered it to the place because like they had most of the address, I guess. But like obviously the check was cut in half. So I had to go. I just hand delivered another one because I was like, I guess I don't trust the postal service.
USPS, an interesting government institution. Why?
Yeah, and I
Does
don't
it
want
take
to
so
I don't want to
long?
blame the individual, but
You had one job.
there's just been so many
No, I'm
whack
just kidding.
things. Yeah.
I'm
No,
sure
there's
they,
a whole lot of wackiness, but I know they're swamped.
I know they're swamped, but like, if I'm getting something delivered from USPS, why does it take 2.5 weeks?
Why do like one time I got
Like
some
Amazon
neighbor's
can
mail,
drone
like-
it to me in like 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, it's just like in like one time someone like a road and a half over that was not like the same road as us got our mail. None of the like there was no overlap in the address. Like got a package and like I've gotten mail for people that like, since we live in a small town, I know who people are and I've been able to get them their mail.
Yeah, that's first
But,
of all
like,
risky business. No one needs to be seeing what's coming in my mailbox. But that reminds me, AG1, my whole life, delivered my package to the wrong place. And so I messaged them and I was like, hi, I never got my package. And they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We'll reship it to you right now. And then the super at the building 2 doors down dropped it off. So now I have 2 months supply of AG1 for the cost of 1. And just like, when there's good customer service, like, you can't get better than that. That will make me a loyal customer. It's not making me healthier, but I respect good customer service.
Yeah, no, that is really nice.
But also like USPS people.
Yeah. Come on, folks. I have not progressed in my actual reading at all. I had been reading a book and then I was like, I'm not reading this anymore.
I stopped reading 2 books. No offense, Mom. Every book you recommend to me is bad. like the last 2 books she recommended me, I didn't finish either one. Sorry.
So wait, we actually didn't finish. Okay, so you're going to DC, but you're coming back on Sunday. So you're not going to see your boyfriend on his birthday, day of birth?
No.
Ouch. Stone cold.
No, but I'm going to be there 5 days before, and he has law school, and I have work.
No, it's understanding. We don't have to mention the fact that my birthday was on
Oh
Saturday.
my God, Zoe. That was literally Why is that the last thing on this? This should have been the first thing we started out with. How does it feel to be 29?
Honestly, I feel 45.
I can't believe it took us 31 minutes to talk about your birthday.
Well, and that's like I drove someone to practice like on the day, and like they had the other coach brought donuts in for me and stuff, and so like we were leaving going home and she's like, I feel so bad, why didn't you tell me it was your birthday? I would have said happy birthday earlier. But like, okay, I'm not gonna have someone get into my vehicle and then be like, hello, today's my birthday.
I would.
What are you gonna do about that?
I love my birthday. Like when it's my birthday, first of all, I'm bringing the donuts. I'm like, we're having a party. I texted Zoe at 12:01. So I was the first person to wish you a happy birthday.
You were. Yeah. No one even came close.
Yeah. So take that, family. Mom and Dad were kind of early. They were like 7 a.m., but not as early as me. So what did you do? You went to a game that you were coach at?
Yeah. Yeah. So we had practice and then a game. I sat on the couch for like 2 hours betwixt them. And then we had nachos at Mom and Dad. So we did a lunch situation. Honestly, the night before was the best part because Tanner was like, oh, let's go to this like local restaurant. That's our favorite. Mm-hmm. And I had like been thinking about like reaching out to my one friend who lives in town, and I was gonna be like, oh, we should do something, but like I also don't want to be the person that's like, oh, we should do something for my birthday. That's crazy. But then it turns out like I have my like on my social media apps, if I like have been on them for too long, they like lock out for the day. And so she had Snapchatted me to be like, hey, what are you doing for dinner? And I didn't see that, and I didn't respond. And
okay, that's on her for using Snapchat as a form of valuable communication.
True. But yeah, we were at the restaurant, and then they popped into the restaurant, and we're like, well, hello, and of course they were like getting to be seated, and we're like, hello, come sit with us. So then
amazing.
It turned into a nice little evening.
No, that's so nice.
It was seamless and easy, and then they gave me free cake.
Tell me when we're off air what restaurant you went to. Because I'm
the restaurant I'm having my bridal shower at.
Oh, okay.
The only restaurant I go to.
Yeah. Well, I had saw